Hey Watch Fanatics, Ariel Soltero with WatchReport.com, and today I have the Borealis Batial on deck for you guys. Before we get started, as always, like us on Facebook and Instagram. We would really appreciate it, guys. Now, Borealis, a company that I reviewed several times, this is their 3,000 meter deep diver that they've produced. And again, really nice watch. We'll get into the specs here in just a second. Do want to say that um, if you'd asked me 3-4 months ago about bronze, definitely a watch material that I like, but I was kind of thinking that it might have started to die down a little bit. In reality, Tudor just came out with their new Heritage Black Bay Bronze, Oris. We've seen a lot of powerhouse brands that are now kind of saying, wait a minute. So you guys really like this bronze material? And yeah, we really like it because they are selling like hotcakes. So obviously it's pretty nice to see that, again, Pam's had theirs out for a long time. They're definitely not, but I think that it was far and few between. Now a lot of the more mainstream powerhouse companies are coming out and saying, well, maybe we should jump on this bronze bandwagon. So how long it's going to last, I don't know. We don't know, but it's just kind of nice to see that some of the other brands are now kind of saying, hey, you know what? I think it's time that that we gave customers what they're asking. So really neat. And speaking of that, Maria did donate the watch for review. I am so appreciative of that, and very happy with this black dial date version. Now, case diameter on this is going to be 44 millimeters. Case height on it 13.5, which is pretty small. 22 millimeters for your lugs. 51.5 lug to lug. Strap on it is a premium calf leather and with a Cuisinate bronze buckle. Your movement type is a Miyota 9015, 28,800 BPH. Crystal on it, sapphire with anti-reflective coating. Water resistance, 3,000 meters. That's pretty deep. And retail price on it is only 445 USD. Again, I won't get into the packaging too much. I've reviewed a lot of Borealis's, and this seems to be their standard packaging, at least for now. Not sure what they'll do with some of the other really nice watches that they got on deck. But again, all they did was change it from blue to green. Minimalist packaging, does have some tools inside. Nothing that that's going to wow you by any means, but I think that that's kind of cool because it shows that they put their money back into the actual watch versus buying some really expensive tools, buying a really nice case or whatnot. I think that we all have gotten to the point that we could really do without, as long as we know the money's being poured back into the watch. And I think you guys are going to agree on that. So past the box, let's talk about the actual case. Now, I mentioned in the review, if you are the type of guy or gal that says anything that is homage-ish is a fake watch, then I'm going to lose you, because this is another homage of the Anonimo Millimetri 2000. And again, nothing I'm going to write is going to sway you from that. So respectfully, I guess we'll have to agree to disagree on that. I think that homage watches are definitely something that we all appreciate because of financial constraints. We like a watch that might take certain design cues from another, and Borealis is a company much like Prometheus that took certain design cues from these greats of the past, but have a watch that is definitely their own. And this Borealis Batial is no difference. Now, what design cues, so we can get that out the way again, do they take from the Millimetri? Is obviously their case is very similar. So I'm not even gonna go into that. I mean, it's very similar. You pull up a picture, you'll see what I mean. But what they also did is the little triangles that you see underneath the 5-minute marker, the 10, which is covered up by the hand, and so on. The inward-facing loom triangles, that's something else that the Millimetri has. So, past that, you won't really see a whole lot that reminds you of the Millimetri. The Millimetri does have 2 crowns. It has one at the 2, one at the 4. Obviously, Borealis just went with 1. So, again, it's far enough removed that to me it stands on its own. As far as the dial, it is a guilloche style faux pattern on it. It's got a nice little wave. We know it's not a true guilloche because of the fact that it is very, very expensive to produce and whatnot. So, but it is matte black. Remember, you can get it in brown, you can also get it in green, and you can get it in a blue. All of them look amazing with this bronze combination. So definitely something that I think is going to be very subjective, and you're going to choose the one that you like. As far as the dial is also tiered, it's got a ring, if you will, around it. It's the one that butts up to the Rahat, and it's where you'll see the minute designations on it, and then obviously the 0, 5, 20, 25, 35, and whatnot. Now the markers, the 12, the 3, the 6, and the 9 are really large. They are highly loomed, as are the handset, and this thing glows like a torch. You guys are going to see in the pictures that I took what this watch looks like. So I'll say it's a photogenic watch. Unlike the last one that I did, it was kind of easy to photograph. I think it photographs real well, and so hopefully you guys enjoy the pictures as well. As far as the case, you'll see no bezel. It's something that, again, I have to kind of sometimes mentally get over that hurdle of not seeing the bezel. It always seems like the bezel is just something that I need to talk about how the clicks and whatnot. So when you get to a watch like this, that's a 3,000 meter deep diver with no bezel, you're kind of scratching your head. But in reality, you know, people have been loving bezel-less watches for a long time. So it's again something that I have to sometimes mentally get over, but I'm glad I did. It's a really, really nice watch, and it's something that I found myself kind of enjoying the watch's real clean lines. So you're gonna have your crown at the 4 o'clock position, right? One of the things discussed, again, I try to kind of answer some of the questions or concerns, at least that people have on the forums, is why the crown is a lot darker than the case. The reason is crowns were produced first, like way in advance, and then the cases were produced. So obviously the longer that the crown sits, the more patina it's going to develop. Another theory that I have and several other people on the forums is that since we touch the crown so much, the crown obviously is going to have a lot more interaction with your the oils in your hand, hence causing it to patina a little more. So actually, this shot that I have right now kind of shows that guilloche faux pattern a little bit better. Now, in the 4 o'clock position, you're also going to see the date. Again, they offer a date and no date in this particular black dial model. An O-ring inside of the crown. Crown is steady, doesn't have any movement to it that causes it to sway. So really nice action, as you see here. We'll put it back. In fact, I'll go ahead and start it. Movement on it is 28,800 BPH. It is the Miyota. I have heard that there's a 40% increase on this type of movement. So how long we're going to see the type of pricing that we're seeing right now, if we're all wanting, obviously it's a supply and demand. So we're demanding a lot of that 90-15 movement to be placed in all these watches. Obviously that kind of took over for the ETA as far as in the micro brands. But I think we're going to see a price hike, guys. I'm not quite sure, but I have heard that a 40% increase is what's being set right now for these type of movements. So 28,800 BPH high beat. You'll see that we have a couple splashes of orange on the dial. That's going to be the seconds hand and the 3,000 meter designation. Other than that, Borealis and automatic are in white, but it's a pretty nice, clean dial. HRV is going to be in stainless steel. It's going to be at the 9 o'clock position. You're going to have a couple more splashes of stainless steel with the lug bars. And the crown, which I know we've already kind of talked about just briefly, the crown is actually stainless steel with bronze overlay. That's usually how bronze crowns are made, just because of the fact that if not, they'd be real susceptible to cracking. I would have liked for them to have left it in stainless steel. I mentioned that in the past. I kind of dig the look of stainless steel and bronze. I mean, look how nice to me that looks, at least, again, to me. But you know, they could have left it in the stainless steel skivvies. That would have been nice for me. But I mentioned in the review, I am the only one, and literally, I am the only one that I've heard mention that that would be a pretty cool idea. So if you like it in bronze, great. That's the way that Borealis did it. So whatnot. Stainless steel again is reintroduced in the case back. That is something that it's not really just for aesthetics, because again, the majority of us can't even see the case back. That's so that your wrist doesn't turn the color of this box right here. Again, mentioned it before, but it does, bronze does react to your skin, to the oils in your skin, to the oxygen in the air, and it begins to turn your skin green. So you're not going to have the green wrist with this guy. So screw down case back, the traditional mermaid that the Borealis uses. Kind of see if I can get it there. And you're going to have all your pertinents on the watch. Borealis Watch Company, 3,000 meter, automatic 90-15 movement, and whatnot. As far as the strap, we'll go into it since we're right here. 22 millimeters. It is a premium calf leather strap. You can see the leather detail right there. It does have one fixed keeper, one floating keeper. Bronze with the Borealis B on it. This is what I was talking about as far as it's a very large and in charge buckle. Personally, I made the suggestion that I would have liked to have seen for Borealis to have used their new, people are singing its praises, the Borealis strap, the rubber one that is also vulcanized. I'll say, you know, I'm fair. I am a huge isoframe fanatic. I did get the Borealis strap, and it's pretty nice, guys. I mean, like really nice. So I definitely recommend it. It's 35 bucks. I thought that maybe it'd be a good idea if Borealis included in their package, maybe for like 20 bucks, if you wanted to order it with the, you know, this combo. I think it'd look great. Obviously, it would have a stainless steel buckle on that other one, but hey, one of the things that, since I am doing a Borealis review, I have talked to Carlos, and Carlos is actually in the process of making other sizes for that rubber strap that so many are loving. So at least kind of a little update on that if you guys haven't heard already. So wears real nice watch, guys. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it on my wrist, give you guys a quick wrist shot. Stand by for just a second. I think I got it, and I'm back. So let me move this packaging right here. So I'll unlock that AFE, so you guys can kind of see what it looks like on a wrist. Now, for reference, my wrist is 13.5. That's the height. My wrist is 7.5 inches, so I have a fairly large wrist, but you can see that this 44 millimeter case looks pretty nice on it. Now, it's very proportionate. One thing is, it's going to wear smaller than that 44 millimeter, you know, spec on it. So just kind of have that in mind. But again, not bad for a 7.5 inch wrist. So that's the review. If you guys want to drop me a comment down at the bottom, let me know how I did. Let me know what you think of the Borealis Batial. Definitely a watch that I think you guys are going to enjoy. I appreciate it very much that you guys do take the time to comment on my videos. It's going to help me be better. So questions, comments, concerns, drop them in the comments. Again, thank you, Borealis, for providing the watch for review, and we'll see you next time at watchreport.com.